So obviously not in a great spot here, but I don't know, we might have outs. We seem to be relatively stable, and oh my goodness, never mind. Hello Daily Drafters, today is Wednesday, March the 9th, and thanks for joining me for today's Daily Draft. As we hop into this draft here, as always, I'd like to give a big old thank you to all those in the subscriber community for watching this video here today, for spending another part of your day with me. And for those of you that are not subscribed yet, we'd love to have you along. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button attached to or underneath this video. It's free, and then you'll have access to the most consistent, high-quality MTG Limited content here on YouTube. And we'd love to have you as a part of the Daily Draft community here, where we draft once a week. Of Magic's latest set for about a couple months before we switch to twice a week near the end of the format and get ready for the next one. So we got a great little cycle going on here, and super excited to have you all along. If we take a look at this pack one, pick one, we've got Sokenzan Crucible of Defiance, which is one of the worst of these land cycles, although they are very good. This is one of the worst ones, and this overall is a very bad pack, to be honest. I don't want to put any of these cards in the middle row in a deck. I'm not a big fan of all these except Sashiro, so I'm probably just going to take Naturalist. And, this is the part of the format where we can really lean into drafting with preferences, right? If at this point in the format you've kind of settled into a deck that you really like or has been really working for you, then you can draft with a little bit of those preferences, even if those cards are, observed by the community to be worse than others. And this is the part of the format for me where green-white has performed amazing, or green-based decks has performed amazing for me, and any of those artifact-based decks have really underperformed. So I am generally going to bias in the direction of green until proven otherwise, if it's wildly not open, right? Here we have Fall of Lord Khanda, which I think is fine to main deck, but just know sometimes you might not have targets for this. Sometimes it can whiff in your hand. And there's also just Fang of Shigeki here, which I think I'm just going to take the Fang. It's a great green 1-drop. It's the only green card here. We won't be sending green signals. And it's an enchantment for Naturalist, all those kind of things. Okay, now there's a Shrine, and I really do want to make this work here at some point. There's also Jukai Preserver, though. And do we just speculate on the Shrine, or do we just take the green card that we know is going to go well in a Fang deck, in a green-based enchantment deck? And I think we just take the Preserver here and pass up on the Shrine. And if we see another one next pack, obviously we'll regret that. But it is what it is there. Alright, so this pack, we've got Terrarium, we've got the dual land, Commune. Mothrider Patrol has actually underperformed a little bit this format. I haven't really found its home. Green-white doesn't really have a great place for it. Blue-white isn't really a deck, to be honest. Red-white, it's not quite aggressive for red. It works a little bit well in red-white. And then in white-black, it also isn't an artifact or an enchantment, so it doesn't really have those synergies. So it's underperformed a little bit. I do like Moonsnare Specialist. Imperial Oath is just pretty good top end. Have a copy of this in the 6-drop slot in really any white deck. And they can go a long way. So we'll go ahead and take that here. Now there's Network Terminal. If we wanted to try to find a containment construct, but I think we want the construct before we take the terminal. There's Ninja's Kunai. There's also just Web Spinner Cuff. And while this isn't an artifact, it is just a generically good card in green. So I think I'm going to take that over Careful Cultivation. This card's actually underwhelmed a little bit. I haven't been super excited with this. I'd be fine playing a copy or two if we got a bunch of busted 5 and 6-drops and wanted to ramp to them. We're just going to hedge our bets here with the Web Spinner Cuff and stay green. And now we see the Shrine, which we might be able to take, because I don't think we want a second Imperial Oath. We don't really care about Grafted Growth. And none of these other cards are really for us. So let's just take this Shrine and see if that goes anywhere. Now I've got Mothrider Patrol, Careful Cultivation, and Ninja's Kunai. guess I'll take the first patrol over the first cultivation here. I could be wrong. We don't have a ton of great enchantment payoffs so far, so cultivation isn't super well positioned in our deck, but we can take the Mothrider Patrol for now. And then we see Sunblade Samurai and Season of Renewal. Both great cards here. I'm wondering if we should actually just take the Season of Renewal first, because getting a copy of this, well, getting a copy of this in green-white is super important, right? Card advantage and card quality is really what we're looking for in this format, and this usually just returns 2 cards from your graveyard to your hand in green-white. There's also Sunblade Samurai, but I'm going to make sure I can get my first copy of Season of Renewal here. We'll just go ahead and cut green because none of these cards matter here. Take favor. Again, really none of these cards matter. Bit of an underwhelming first pack, not only for us, but really for everyone, to be honest. I mean, Simian Sling is pretty good. I'll take the Sling in case we get pushed off of one of these colors here. Guess the Terrarium. So a bit of an underwhelming first pack. I don't think there were many signals to be read there. I mean, we got Sunblade Samurai and Season of Renewal pick like 7 or 6. Probably 7, I think. Maybe even 8. And that was like the biggest sign that we saw. Maybe the Simian Sling pick 10 might have been the next biggest sign. But apart from that, it was just a very underwhelming first pack. Not too excited about any of that. And then we see Dragon Kami Reborn. 3 mana, you gain 2 life twice. Look at the top 3 cards. You can exile a creature, or you can exile anything, and then when it flips and that card dies, you get to cast one of those creatures for free. It's okay. There's Skyblast Samurai, which is also good, and Behold the Unspeakable has been very good. This card has been insanely good in this format. I haven't been a big fan of green-blue, but this could be a reason to go down that route. There's also just Skyblast Samurai or Dragon Kami Reborn. I don't know how high I am on this card. We don't have good... Like, what are we going to put underneath this right now? A Jukai Preserver? That's not even that good. There's just Skyblast Samurai, which is also good in this style of deck. I'm gonna take the Samurai here, because I don't think we're positioned to go into blue very well at this point here in the draft. Because, again, with blue-green, it doesn't seem like that great of a deck to get into. We don't have the cards that are worth it for that deck. Now there's Tribute to Hirobi, which I don't think is for us. There's another Oath and another Jukai. There's a Ninja's Kunai. Windsguard Crag for splashing the Shintai. Maybe that's just worth it over all this other stuff because, I mean... We're not really going to miss a second Oath, and even if we wanted one, we could probably find one later. I don't think we're going to miss a Kunai. None of this other stuff really matters. Let's just take this in the event that we find some Shrine stuff to do. Now there is the Sunblade Samurai, which I think we can take this one. Yeah, it's one of the only playable cards here in any of our colors. So we'll take the Samurai. Now there is the Sky Turtle, but... I think the Blue Dream has kind of passed us by here at this point. Had we taken the previous blue card, we could probably take the Sky Turtle and then move in on blue-green, but I think it's a little late to do that here. So what are we looking at? Fade, Stalker, probably just Fade into Antiquity. Running the first copy of Fade into Antiquity is not the worst thing in the world. And then we see Era of Enlightenment. Love to see the white sagas. White and green sagas are where we want to be in this deck. They're all just great 2-for-1s, 3-for-1s, you know, really good cards. So we're going to be happy to take an Era of Enlightenment here. And then we see Goshen Tide. Now there's Golden Tail Disciple and Intercessor's Arrest. But let's take the white Shrine. Then we can splash the red. And if we find the green, we can kind of do the things. Repel the Vial. No green cards. I think we'll just take Repel as a decent-ish enough removal spell. Another Season of Renewal, Wanderer's Intervention. Our deck is kind of confused right now. We're not really aggressive, and we're not really grindy. I don't think we're going to be wanting Wanderer's Intervention, but I could be wrong on that. So we'll take a second Season of Renewal as more card advantage here. Exemplar Cultivation. I think we could just take the random 2-drop. It's a more aggressive card, but it trades for other 2-drops at the very least. And it's an enchantment, so we can go ahead and just take that there. Don't think I want to play either of these. Another Favor of Jukai that we'll just put straight into the sideboard. We might be able to play that first one, but you never know. I'll just take the dual land here because none of these other cards matter. So what are we looking for here? We're looking for Kura the dragon, Ao the dragon. That'd be great. The green or white dragon. The green shrine would be great. We're looking for Greater Tanukis. We're looking for Tales of Masters of Shiro. We're looking for the Beside Your Reaches Skyward. All those kind of cards would really take this deck to the next level for the top end here. And what do we find? None of them. So there's Shrine Steward and Geothermal Kami. I think I'm going to take the Kami here. Best card in this pack is by far Blade of the Oni. I wish I could play with this card here at some point in this format. It seems really fun. It's destroyed me several times, mainly because they just play it on turn 2. It's a 2-mana 3/1 Menace that just hits me for like 9 and then equips something, and it's a 5/5 with Menace that I can't kill, and then I just die. So when they have it on turn 2, it's very crazy, but I don't think we can take it here, so we'll have to take the Kami. Maybe we can wheel a Shrine Steward if we do find access to that green shrine. Again, none of the cards I mentioned getting into pack 3. There's a Trainee, a random 2-drop, Bear of Memory, Blizzard Blade, Wanderer's Intervention. What's our curve looking like? A little light on 2s. Maybe that's worth just taking the random Trainee. I don't think Bear of Memory is very good. So we'll just take the 2-drop. Kappatek Wrecker. Thank you, sir. This card is insane. 2-mana 3/1 Ninjutsu, 1 and a green. Enters with a Death Touch counter. When it hits them, you can remove that counter to kill an artifact or enchantment. And it is very, very good. So we will be happy to take that card here. Dragon Kami Reborn. Spinning Wheel Kick. I think we could take the Kami Reborn here. Again, we're not doing like outstanding things with it, but you never know. It's still a decent-ish card. Spinning Wheel Kick's overperformed for me. It's been pretty good, but I'm going to take Dragon Kami Reborn. And then the only card here for us is Master's Rebuke, I guess. Could think about splashing Hot Springs as well, but I don't think we need to do that. So we'll just take Master's Rebuke here. And we got the green shrine. Yes, please. All right. First draft of the format that we're able to do at least 3 shrines here. So let's take the green shrine, and that can be a plan in and of itself. We'll take a Season of Renewal. It's our 3rd one. I don't know if we'd play 3, but you never know. So we have a Crag and a Terrarium to splash this one right now. Maybe, I don't know, I wasn't keeping track of the lands that were going around here, but if we can find one more green-red or white-red or Network Terminal or Terrarium or something to help splash this red shrine. Or if we could find that Shrine Steward, I think we had that in pack. Yeah, the Shrine Steward could be coming back here in pick 9, so we can be looking for that as well. What else are we missing here? Favor of Jukai is really the only other thing we could put in. This deck might be worth running 3 Season of Renewals because our shrines are probably going to be our way to victory. I think this combination of shrines, green, white, and red, are the best 3 to have in combination with each other. So here comes the Shrine Steward. I think we can take that, and we can probably just play it. Do we have any auras? Put the Commune here. Enchantments, 11. No aura enchantments. So we can't really find anything with that, but we can find the other shrines with it. These cards don't matter. Alright, a couple of cuts here, but not many. Alright, so I think we do have to run 2 mountains, unfortunately. Because we have the Terrarium. No, we can run 1. So Terrarium, Mountain, and Crag is good enough. That's 3 red sources. And then that would put us 15, 16, 17 here. Let's see what our cut wants to be. We don't have great removal. We might need to run 3 of these. These are all okay. So what are we cutting up here if we're cutting something? Maybe Jukai Trainee? Because we did kind of get there on the 2 drops. I don't think we need 3. I think 2 is okay, though. We can keep 2. I like everything else. How many enchantments? 11? It's okay. Rebuke, Terrarium, Fade, Double Season, Repel the Vile, and Imperial Oath all seem good. So I guess it's down to maybe Exemplar or Trainee, and because Exemplar is an enchantment, probably just going to cut the Trainee here and run it back like this. Yeah, this seems like the way to run this deck back. I think we're leaning into our Shrine synergy and hoping we can recur them if they die, and then go find them with this, really set them up, and then start pumping out 1/1s, chump blockers, hitting them in the face, and then getting big Shrines. So let's hope we can do the whole Shrine thing at least a couple of times here, and turn this week upside down. It's been a rough week for results on the channel. But let's see if we can get some wins here and turn it around with this sweet little Shrines deck. Would really like to get all 5 in a deck at some point. That would be achievement unlocked if we can manage to do that. But here we are with 3, and I think it's going to perform pretty well. So. Alright, so we do have our green shrine to start, so we'll keep this. Have all of our mana. Don't like to see that as a start. Okay. Next to combat, no attacks, and turn, and we'll pay the 1. Nothing. Alright. So let's play Preserver here. Probably want to put the counter on itself, because they're going to be incentivized to remove this once we get our second shrine next turn. Alright, so they're ramping hard here. They have access to 6 mana this turn now. Are we fine trading both of these off? Honestly, yeah. I'd be totally cool trading both of these off, so I'll just get in there for 2. Alright, they have access to 6 mana here. Hopefully they don't drop a Tanuki of their own. Imperial Oath. Yeah, that's a good one. Certainly a good one. Repel the Vial. Not good on this board, but we'll play Shrine Steward. And I think we're going to find the white one. And then next turn, we can play the white one and activate one of them here. And if we draw a land, we can activate both. There's the Tanuki we were worried they had. We might have to repel that here soon, because it has trample. So we could go repel plus Fang here. We wouldn't be able to activate this, but we need to get rid of that pretty soon. So let's just exile this now. And then we can play Fang. No attacks. Harmonious Emergence. Good thing we have Fang of Shigeki here. Okay, they have a 4/4. Which we might just have to trade with our Preserver here at this point. Try to preserve some life. We could play Naturalist, followed by Goshentai here. And I think that's decent enough. Again, we don't get to activate them yet, but we want to get this. We want to get our board presence down. Okay, they keep pumping up that 6/6 there. Probably just going to have to trade it off with Fang and then get Fang back. So we'll trade it off here, because we can get ours back. Alright. Alright, so they're going all in on that. So we can do Season of Renewal. 1, 2, 3. Get back Fang, but the problem is we would only get back just Fang. We wouldn't be able to get back 2 creatures. So what we can do is we can jump here with Shrine Steward, and then Season of Renewal back the Fang and the Steward, and then get our red Shrine with this next turn, which could be very good. So we can pass, activate both of these, and then get the Season of Renewal, and then use the Season of Renewal here. Yeah, I like that better. So we will pay 1, and then we'll pay again. Put the counters here. So as long as they don't give this thing trample. Fall of Lord Konda. No, it exiles it. No. Why? You can't just send it to the graveyard? Come on. It's quite a top deck. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and send that to the graveyard here. Get both of those back. And then we can go find the red shrine and still activate our other one here. So no attacks, auto pay. Oh, come on. Okay, now we have a problem. We trade with that one. Web spinner cuff could maybe make this big enough. Let's do this, and then 1, 2, 3. Play the cuff. No attacks. Auto pay. Put the counter on our first striker. And then auto pay, deal 2 to them. So now we're kind of on the shrines plan here. Alright. Now we can still activate both shrines when we do this. Holy moly. Season of Renewal could get back just the Preserver, and if we chumped with... How can we get this to our graveyard? Is there a way? I'm not sure there is. Maybe the Samurai, followed by Season... followed by Era? Could be good enough. Yeah, let's try that. No attacks. Auto pay. Auto pay, deal 2 to you. Gotta hope our 6/6 first striker doesn't die here. We'll just chump it one more time, and then next turn we'll have an 8/8 first strike that they theoretically can't attack through. Never mind. So let's just play this, and then we can equip this here, and then they can't attack. They technically can, but... they'll just bounce off. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's get these cards back here. So let's get the creature and the enchantment. And then I think we'll go ahead, just play our shrine again. Oh, they have another one. How do they... You kidding me? How so very nice. Top deck 2 of those in a row. Killed it both times. How wonderful. End the turn. Auto pay. Get that counter. So now 2 of our shrines are dead, and we've used both of them. So we just have this one left, and it doesn't really do much anymore. So let's play that era. Patrol. I mean, this has reach. But we can tap something down. I mean, it's probably good enough. And then play Preserver, put the counter somewhere. Probably here in the event that they're able to draw an enchantment and attack through it here. So the board is sufficiently stalled, and I'm not sure exactly how we're going to get through it. They're hitting several lands here, but so are we. So alright, we'll pass. Trample Haste. Okay, well it can't get through the Samurai, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and tap this down. Pass the turn because we don't have attacks. This is getting big enough to attack here at some point. Whoa. Okay, yeah, that seemed like a misclick. Alright, so we're getting all the lands off of the top of our deck here to try to draw some action to finish out this game here at some point. Another one. So they are technically decking before us, which is important to note. Okay, probably don't want to put the counter there, because I'm going to keep tapping it down. That's pretty good. It cost 1 mana. Sure, we'll play our 1 mana 4/4 flyer. The best deal ever. No attack still. Anything else have reach? No, this does, but we can keep tapping that down. What are they killing? Okay. The third Master's Rebuke. I think we have one in our deck we could use to kill that thing. So, yep, they'll just keep pumping off Master's Rebukes here. And I think we're just about out of lands in the deck. We almost have to be, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 4 left. So what we can do is we can attack with Moth Rider Patrol, and they can't block it. And then we can ninjutsu in Kappatek Wrecker, and then destroy the Harmonious Emergence, which would make this not be a creature anymore. Which could go a long way in helping us win this game here. Again, no other reach, right? That doesn't have reach. Nope. Alright. So, we'll do that then. We will remove it, and we will get rid of Harmonious Emergence. And that effectively kills that creature. And then replay Moth Rider Patrol. Can't tap anything this turn, but we still have a decent block here with the Samurai. And with the Goshen Tai at this point. So we'll end the turn, get the extra counter. And now it could just be a waiting game. See who decks first. At this point it's them. Preserver probably not going to do it. I'm actually going to decline to get the land here, because that would make us deck first. So I'm just going to do this for the counter. I'm going to decline. Then we can sacrifice it to put the counter, probably just on the Vigilance. Maybe on the Life Linker, just to try to preserve our life total a little bit. Because again, we're just gonna wait for them to deck here. No real reason to get super crazy with things if we don't have to. We could probably start attacking with this thing at this point, to be honest. Definitely not playing that. So if we attack with a 14, I mean, they could just jump here and then we wouldn't have... We'd still have this to get in. So let's just wait a couple more turns here. Alright, so that's got reach and things. Okay. So we can pick up Fang here. And then replay it. Gain some more life. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. So we could use this to tap, this to reconfigure, but we can't activate that. So we're just going to play it slow again. Something we can also do here is tap down the Fang and then tap it down again on our turn, attack with a 16/16 trample. And then they kind of have to do some weird blocks with that to not die. Or not. Gosh, how many Master's Rebukes are you running? 4 so far. Should be alright. I mean, they've got 6 turns left to win. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. sure. Okay, so 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 2 lands on our last 5 cards. That should be alright. There we go. Looks like we got there. Super grindy, but a win is a win. Alright, so we have all of our mana, and this hand is very slow. But we do have all of our colors, and a lot of creatures we can draw. Goodness, I don't even know what... Yeah, well, that's certainly not one of them. Equip for 1 to give +2/+0. And then as long as... Yeah, so you exile it and it gets all of the abilities of the previous creature that died while it was wearing it. That's pretty good. Mechanaut, yeah. Guess we have to go find a green here, probably. We can exile this next turn, which might just be worth it. Yeah, they're going to smack us for 4 here. Yeah, I think getting rid of the Eater is going to be the better long-term plan here. Next turn we could play this, but then we're going to be facing down all of the flying damage. So we're just going to have to hope we can stick this and that it can survive, but I'm not sure how good of a plan that is. Web Spinner Cuff would be a pretty good draw. Yeah, it looks like we might just get beat down here. Could play a 1/3 next turn, but hopefully... It's a 4-mana 1/3 that needs to survive. And then they get a treasure. They could even replay this if they wanted. Yep, there they go. Alright. Guess we're just playing Goshen Tie of Shared Purpose here. Next turn we could play Era of Enlightenment. Use this and hold out Master's Rebuke on Rabbit Battery or something like that. Problem is they're probably going to hide the Rabbit Battery on the Vector Glider here. Yep, there they go. Now we take 6, 7, 8, go down to 3 and then die next turn. Oh, so it's just game. That was a very quick one. So we can't cast this next turn. Can't cast this. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. So we have to draw our 5-mana board wipe that's not in our deck. Yeah, we had a little bit slow of a start there. So let's get on to that next game. Okay, so 4-drop, 3-drop that doesn't do much, 5-drop, 5-drop. We can also cycle this on 2 if we don't draw something, and then we can play this on 3, so we have a couple things we can do here. Alright, and hopefully we don't die to more red aggressive decks in the meantime. Probably have to cycle this now to go and find a plains. Channel, I guess, is the word. Okay, so we can play Dragon Kami Reborn, or we can play Goshentai of Boundless Vigor, and then have a 2-2. I think I'm going to play this to get this going a little bit. So exile one of them face down with a hatchling counter, put the rest on the bottom. I guess Mothrider Patrol. See, this thing is not very good in our deck. I mean, it gains 4 life, so there is that, but I'd probably rather have a Mothrider Patrol at some point. Well, that's quite the combo, isn't it? They just get to draw a card. Okay, not a bad draw there. I guess we're exiling Fang, and then we get the whole 1 mana discount whenever this dies. Okay. I think we can just do this and play the Wrecker. And see how they want to play that now. Don't think we're going to be able to block the Moon Circuit Hacker. Okay, so they'll just kill the Wrecker, but we can get back Wrecker and Samurai here now with Season of Renewal. I don't think we want to block this one either. We do go to 12. Don't like that. Wouldn't mind drawing a land. It's not a land. I guess we pass, make this a 2-2, and try to kill whatever they do things with. So we'll pass the turn, pay the 1, and then hopefully we don't get blown out by their own removal. That'll give that ward 2, so I think we need to burn their whole turn here and just kill it. So do we chump with the Kami's egg? I think so. I mean, that's really what it's just here for, to chump with, right? We get a chump and get a Death Toucher. Oh, nothing. Alright. So I think we can go do Shrine Steward here at this point. Get the white one. And then we're set up for some things in the following turns. Smelter, they can sacrifice Apprentice here. I think that thing gets trampled, doesn't it? No, with haste. Okay. So this gets haste. 3-1 will get haste. They'll get an extra counter. Yeah, they get to do all the things here. Okay, so we have to take 5 if we do it this way. We can also just trade probably here. And then we get the Death Toucher. Yeah, let's do that. And now this turn we can just start pumping out a bunch of, I'd like to use this ability, pumping out a bunch of 1/1s, which will be good against them. We can repel that if we want to, for as long as the rabbit battery's on it. I'd really like to get rid of that rabbit battery. Okay. Sure. I'll trade. Never mind. So we'll take 5. Alright, gotta be careful here. Gotta be careful. So we can play Kami, return Shigeki, replay Shigeki. Gain 3 life, go back up to 7. Or we can just hold up Repel the Vial while making 2 1/1s. Or we can just put the 2 counters here and have a 3/5 blocker. Yeah, I want to put the 2 counters here, have a 3/5 blocker, and then block something. If they try to do another combat trick or something, we can go ahead and kill that with Repel the Vial. So, no attacks in the turn. Decline to do the first one, and auto pay the second to put them here. Leech Gauntlet. Okay, we don't really care about their lifelink. We just care about not dying. Okay, so do we want to repel this thing? This is going to give this +1/+1 in haste. Which means they might have another combat trick in their hand, which if they do, then we can use Repel the Vial on that. I know we don't get the value of using this now because all these are 3. But let's see if they attack. Nope, okay. So now we can just do this then. So target a creature. Do we want Shrine Steward? It might be a little slow. Probably Wrecker and then Samurai here. Alright, now we can go Kami, gain some life, get the counters, get 2 more 1/1s, and then start to stabilize a little bit. And then we'll just start getting all the creatures and stuff. Could also just cycle this. Even if we don't need the planes, it gains us 2 life, which could be important against a super aggressive deck like this. Okay, so we gotta block as much as we can. And be careful about trample again. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we'll play that planes. We'll play the Fang of Shigeki. We can play Kappatek Wrecker. We can play a Ganjo Exemplar. We can still make the 1/1s. And get the counters. And at this point, I think we're pretty much stable here. Okay. They keep faking us out. Naturalist plus Samurai. We don't get the 1/1s or the counters this turn. We can get one of them, because Samurai will be cheaper here. This also gets lifelink. Do I want the counters or the 1/1s? So no attacks. I think I'll take the 1/1s. You don't have to click attack all every single time just to do that. Yeah, let's scry. Let's get a bunch of stuff. Just go wide here, why not? Season of Renewal, yeah, let's take that. Sure, let's trade if they want to. I guess we're a little vulnerable to a flyer here. If they play some, like, big flyer and then give a rabbit battery. Maybe that's a reason to hold up Repel the Vile instead of doing what I did, so they play, like, Kairi and then give it rabbit battery, we just die. Okay, so Season of Renewal could get back Shrine Steward and Kami's Egg. Could do that at the end of the turn. I'm going to go ahead and attack here and here. Guess we can, well, we don't want to get rid of this just yet. So we'll just do these two. Hold up that removal spell, and I think we should be okay here at this point. Okay. Can also just repel their Bank Buster now. And then eat their Leech Gauntlet. But we're winning this game. We don't need to do that. So let's just kill their Bank Buster. Nah. Okay, and then we'll eat their stuff in the turn, and we should have it next turn, I think. Okay, you're already dead. It's fine. Turns out you're the one that is already dead. Alright, going wide with Shrines. Gotta love it. Okay, so we're on the draw. We don't have any white mana. This card doesn't matter yet because it's so far away. But Exemplars, all we have is Capitech Wrecker. But we have a lot of ways to draw out of this. A white mana lets us play the Exemplar, so we've got some cards we can do. So there's the white. And then we could play this turn, and then attack next turn, maybe ninjutsu it in and kill something. Kill the Roaring Earth, maybe? So let's try that out. Tanuki. Okay, so we'll be able to kill the Roaring Earth here, which is good. Submit one. Get on in there. And the next turn, we can go Exemplar and hold up Master's Rebuke, but we're not going to be able to kill very much. They have 5 mana. Oh, come on. I'm tired of that card. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of facing against that card. Okay, so we'll go get a white. And no point in attacking with a -1/3. A turn 4, Behold the Unspeakable. Okay. Can we do anything about that? Tamio's safekeeping, so they don't want to protect this once it flips. I'm getting a little aggro with exiling our cheap things. I think we're just going to have to play this. The next turn we can crack this, put a counter on it, and kill that. Maybe if they let us. Or we could just play Kami and then use Master's Rebuke on this if it's small enough. Behold the Unspeakable into Tamio Completed Sage. Yeah, you done did it. What do we do here? So we can play Kami and then kill that and then attack Tamio for 1. What can they make a copy of? Tanuki? Not really. They can make a copy of Grove Archer, I guess, which could be decent on the board. We can also rebuke Tamio, but it doesn't kill her. So we're just going to do this. Decline. And then just go ahead and kill that here. And see if we can power through a Tamio or not. They can get rid of Tamio to make a Behold the Unspeakable. And a Tails. Now this is a 4/5. Now we can't attack through it. We can put the counter on the Sunblade Samurai though, so there is that. Then they'd have to chump if they want to keep Tamio around. Well, no, they're just going to tap it down, so tap something down here and keep it tapped. Yep.
You cannot delay our victory.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, Tamio. So, let's put the counter here. And then we're going to try to see if they want to trade. Okay, they'll protect their Tamio. We'll play this. Auto pay. And hey, we actually get to ping Tamio each turn now. So, there's something.
Metal is stronger than flesh.
Gosh, they play a Sky Turtle. Play Tamio, Tails, Sky Turtle, behold the unspeakable. How can we get through this? The answer is we cannot, and we're probably going on to game 2 very shortly. Can they make a copy of something? Are they just going to get another Behold? Cash in Tamio for another Behold and like 4 cards. It's probably good enough. Yep.
The time together is no matter. You still have a role in our grand story.
Yep. Guess we'll play Oath. See if we can find something off the top of our deck that'll help us here. Guess Repel could do something. And Cuff could do something. And Patrol could do something. I guess they could all do something, right? So Repel can get rid of this. They're gonna 5 for 1 us with this anyways. So I mean, Repel the Vial can get rid of this next turn. That's Ward 2? Yeah, so it'll cost us 6 mana to do that. And then the following turn we can play Web Spinner Cuff to threaten a block on that at the very least. And then Mothrider Patrol can start tapping this thing down. Yeah, I guess they're all good enough. No attacks. And pay the 1 here. Now they get to draw 4 cards. Must be nice. Yeah, so this format is solely defined by the insane uncommons. Sky Turtle in this deck, we got there pretty early. It's very good. Behold the Unspeakable, got to play through it twice. Tamio, Greater Tanuki. I mean, these cards are just huge, and we can't really get through them. So I think a very good strategy to win in this format is just take the cards that are big, keyword big, and make sure you survive until you get to that point. And then if you survive, then it's hard to beat this. So are we trading for this? Probably? Oh no. Okay, and then they get like another 9/9 next turn or something. Alright. Okay, take 7. Just gonna have to get rid of that. No attacks. Pay the 1. But I think this is a fruitless endeavor. Ooh, forgot about that. They don't get the backside. Because it's a token. It's okay, they already drew 5 cards off of it, so whatever. Oh, they're not going to get the 9/9. Okay, so they're just going to put it on here. Probably have to trade. My gosh. Why? Yeah, they're gonna keep punching us for 9, and we're not gonna be able to do much about it until we get this Mothrider Patrol onto the battlefield. So we can do this. Next turn we can play Cuff, equip it here. And then they don't have... They can still attack us here, but this holds back the Tanuki. So I'm just gonna have to chump this probably twice more. Interesting. So we can kill that now. Just trade it for this. But then next turn, might have to chump with the Goshen tie here to make sure we don't die so that we can start tapping it down with Mothrider Patrol. Okay. Might be able to just take 9 as well, because we are gaining a couple life off the Dragon Kami here. Can only cast creatures off of this, right? You may cast creature spells. Okay, so sure. Let's exile a land. Because whatever. And then no attacks. Auto pay, hit you for 1. Now we could take 9 and go to 6. Take 10 and go to 7. And go to 5. And then we can start tapping it down, ideally. Alright, so we straight up whiffed on this. So we'll do this here. Scry 2. Get rid of that. Keep the creature. Can pay 1 and then still use that. So no attacks. Doesn't have ward or anything. Nope. End the turn. Pay the 1. Alright, maybe we kind of stabilized a little bit. Man, they have drawn a ton of lands. Okay, resolves. Tap this down. Now we can't play this because then we couldn't tap something down, so we have to, we could also just chump here if we want to get this on the battlefield, if we think that's worth it. But if they remove this, then we have to chump with something else. I'm just going to wait till I draw another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they can kill this. And it would trade for like these two. Is that good enough? Probably. We could trade it for maybe Visitor plus Specialist. Or Kami plus Specialist, but then they keep getting counters. We also have, we can channel this to try to blow them out, so that's good. So we'll end the turn here. Pay the 1. Alright, alright. Resolves. And resolves. Where are you going to put that counter? Okay, so they're just building up their visitor here. Shrine Steward. Not a bad draw, except for the fact that we need to be tapping this down. But we can chump again. We still have the ability to do that. So we might be able to go a turn without using this here. So do we trade Samurai for like Visitor? See if they let us. Okay, so they will. And we can channel this to put the counter and have it not die. We go here, and I think the patrol, because that can start to get through at some point. So go to damage. And then I think we can afford to tap this down still and not use this. So that's what we'll do here. That's not the greatest of draws for them. Naturalist allows us to have this and this up, so we'll just play that. I think we can still attack here. We trade for 2 of their creatures. Okay, so let's get rid of this one and this one here. And then end of the turn, auto pay, punch them for 1. And we can still tap down the Living Legacy. See what they find off of this. Hopefully nothing good. Not really. Okay. So now we have 4 plus 4, so we can't do this and this. So I think we'll just pass till we draw another land. Then we could do Shrine Steward plus Hold Up Patrol. So we have an attack here, we have an attack here. So let's do these 2. Okay, we're just going to take it. End the turn, pay 1, ping them for 1 again. And then we'll continue to tap down the Living Legacy. Awesome. I did not think we had that game, but we turned the corner and got there with it. Sweet. Alright, great turn here. Or great curve here. Got the Shigeki into Wrecker if we need to ninjutsu this in. Alright. Let's offer the trade here. And then we just get to kill their Network Disruptor. Yes, please. Red wouldn't be a bad draw, so we can get Goshen Tai going. Virus Beetle. They're playing blue-black. They may not have many more artifact or enchantments that we care about too much. So I think I'm just going to get rid of the Fade here. Pretty good draw. That allows us to do Goshen Tai next turn. We can do this, and then hit them for 1. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to sour on this format a little bit because of the power of these uncommon sagas. These are so good, and they destroy me so many times. I guess we just play this here. Hit them for 1. And then pay 1. I mean, if the good cards were at rare, which, you know, sometimes they are, that's fine. But these uncommon sagas are just so good. It's kind of ridiculous. What is this on? Blue? Do they not have anything? Nope, guess not. See what we can find here. Guess we'll take the Moth Rider Patrol. Looks like our shrine might be dying soon. 5 mana, 3/3. Alright. Ooh. I think we need to get this shrine. And then we'll chump with that next turn. Won't be returning anything here, but we need to get this on the board. So we'll decline, no attacks, pay the 1, get them to 11. No plays, alright. I guess we just play Preserve, or we could put the counter here and then they have no attacks. Do they have anything? They don't have anything. What do they have in hand? Like a bunch of 6-drops or something? Yeah, let's put it here. Can we attack? Kind of. We could just trade this for that. Is that worth it? Probably not yet. So we'll auto pay. Okay, Inkrise Infiltrator. Naturalist. Doesn't quite do it on this board. I'm wondering if we can, like, fake another Capitec Wrecker by attacking with this and they block it and then they kill it, but I doubt they're going to be doing that. So we'll just play Naturalist here. No attacks. Auto pay. Yeah, so they're pretty incentivized to kill that. Oh no, they exiled it. That sucks. Okay. Master's Rebuke could be good here. So let's go to attacks. And then attack with... Alright. So then we can't really attack with that anymore, I don't think. Let's attack with this one. See if we can blow him out here. I'm fine also just trading for the 3/3. Yeah, that works too. We'll end the turn. Darn. So what do we need to kill? Can we kill the Infiltrator here as a flyer? Yeah, let's just try to kill the Infiltrator in response then. Get that back. And now what does that get back? Ninja or Rogue or card on top of your library. A double soul transfer. Wow. So they can get back Infiltrator. Which was dumb on my part. So, should have read this card before I played it. And then now we're going to die to some flyers here. So, darn. We have Web Spinner Cuff, but unfortunately when we were looking at this, we put it on the bottom of our library, so there it is. I think we're just going to die to some flyers here. I don't think we have much more, any more answers to it in the deck. We can get clocked for 5 a turn here, and then we'll just keep drawing lands. So, move on to the next one very quickly, I assume. Bit of a misplay there, getting rid of this thing before they played their Kami, so. Okay, take 7. What does that get back? Preserver and Fang, I guess? I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Let's just attack with our life linker. Yeah, we'll kill that one. Channel, put it here and here. And they're not going to want to block this, so we can attack with it. But doesn't really make that much of a difference at this point. I think we're dead in 2 turns here. They can hit us for 2, hit us for 7, and then we're dead the next turn. And the only reach I can think of in our deck is at the bottom of it. Yeah. So the biggest mistake here was Masters rebuking the Infiltrator. So there's a lesson for you. Go ahead and read Kami of Restless Shadows before you do that. Specialist, probably going to bounce the egg here. And we'll take 5. Scry 2. Don't need either of those, that's for sure. Gain a couple life here. But I'm not sure we're going to have enough time for this to die, so. Yep. So they can hit us for 5, 6, 7. Block here, take 8, 9. So if they attack with everything, we're dead. I'm sure they see it, but I'll make them do it. Yeah, there they go. All right. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's only 8. So we're technically not dead. They didn't see it. It doesn't matter. We'll be dead next turn, but is what it is. Oh look, a land. Go to 3, play a land, and die. All right, let's try to rally here. 3 and 2. Let's get another win or 2. So we do have Terrarium to go find a green for us, so I think this is a keepable hand because of that. Obviously, it's a little slow, but we will have 4 lands. We can play the Samurai. We'll have a removal spell for something. Commune with spirits, okay? What you gonna find? A really good one is what they're gonna find. A tough to beat one. Good thing we have Fade into Antiquity. So probably gonna have to save it for that. Yeah, can't really do anything else, so go ahead. Alright, they gotta ramp their way towards it. They gotta cast it this next turn. Okay. Yeah, get your 2 forests. My turn. So we could go Naturalist, put a counter on it, and that makes all this cheaper. And next turn, we know we're doing Fade into Antiquity on this. We have a turn buffer to do it because the second chapter doesn't do anything. So we can go Naturalist. We could also wait till it flips and then still exile it. That makes all this cheaper in our hand. So maybe that's just worth doing. So we'll get that life linker here. Yuck. Yeah, okay. So, how exactly do we play this here? We can go Goshen Tai, hold up Master's Rebuke, but that doesn't really do anything. We can go Goshen Tai, make a 1/1 and chump this. Next turn we have to do Fade into Antiquity on something. Probably going to need to try to start chumping a little bit. Pass the turn. Make that 1/1. Yeah, Harmonious Emergence has been a beating. Maybe it's just a good card. You know, 4 mana, 4/5 haste. Get the land back if this dies. Tails. Oh my god, they're gonna get another 5/5 at some point here. Okay. Maybe we could just play Imperial Oath. Because Master's Rebuke is not good on this board. Let's just play Oath. Get rid of that, and then Season of Renewal probably doesn't really do it right now either, to be honest. So I think we just gotta bottom all of it. So there's a lot of ways this game can go wrong here. But if they attack with both the branch and the forest, we probably have to triple block the branch, and if they kill one of our samurais, then things are not looking great. Yeah, they do still have priority, so they have an instant, but we can't take 12. Yeah, let's try it. Well, it worked. Okay, okay. Maybe there's hope after all. There was never hope. Gosh. Yeah, we got another one. So we can go Samurai plus make a chump blocker. They're going to get a haster next turn as well. But we could, like, double block something and then chump. So let's do that. No attacks. End the turn. Make the chump blocker here. Could theoretically double block their forest with Naturalist and Samurai, and then chump the Living Legacy. Never mind. Now we have to take 5 and go to 5. Okay. See, this is how the green decks win in this format, you know? They played a 6-6, and then a 6-6, and then a 6-6, then a 5-5, and then a 2-1 that gets back their other 6-6. I mean, yep. Pretty brutal here. Of course, we can't do this and this, which sucks. So we probably just have to do this plus make a chump blocker again. What are we getting rid of? The Harmonious Emergence, I suppose? Could also just exile the land, which is a creature with power 4 or greater, then they don't get that back. Okay, that goes to the graveyard. We gotta make that chump blocker again. Another one or two of the shrines could go a long way in making more chump blockers for this, because they don't have trample. So there is that. But they're gonna get another one, and then we're gonna have to do something about that. But they've just played like 7-7 after 7-7 after this is going to be their third time doing it. Then they played a 4-5 haste. Then they played a 5-5. Then they got it all back. And, I mean, it's brutal value here. Pretty good attack there. Probably have to take 3 and not like it, because we can Master's Rebuke this and then kill this and still be able to make the chump blocker. So we'll take 3 here. Capitec Wrecker. Not bad, but I think we're priced into doing these here, so we can exile this. We can rebuke this, and then we can make the 1-1. Are you kidding me? The Kami War? Alright, well, they're 2 colors away from casting it, so at least there's that. We have nothing to return with Season of Renewal. So we could triple block this now, and then return something with Season of Renewal. Oh, they'll just do that. Now we just have to double chump here. Okay. That's not great. But we can do something. No attacks. In turn, make the 1/1. And now they have 3 big fatties again. They've played, every single card they've played this game has been like a 5/5, 6/6, 9/9, 7/7. I mean, they've been just enormous chonkers here. Okay, pass to attackers. Pass to blockers. I think we can kill this one. They both have vigilance. This one has more toughness though. Well, this one has more power. So we'll just kill that, or at least try to. Okay. And then we can get it back. Trainee. Yeah, that's an attacker. So 1 creature and 1 enchantment. Play this. Could play this and then do that, but then we can't make the 1/1 to chump with that. So we can do this, and they don't have the greatest of attacks currently. I mean, we are just holding on by the skin of our teeth here. Theoretically, in their deck, they have a way to cast the Kamigawa. Now they're 1 mana away from it. Or 1 color away from it, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So we can kill that. We could do that. And then we can take 2 here. Because if we block this, it's just a chump block. So we'll take 2. Okay, okay. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do this. No attacks. Make the 1/1. Kamigawa is going to be the thing that does us in if they find their last land here. Because it enters the battlefield and then exiles probably our Goshentai, and then we're done with making chump blockers. This game seems like it's been inevitable for, oh my god, holy moly. Every time Spinning Wheel Kick has been cast on me, it's been like a 7-for-1. Are you kidding me? That was brutal. Okay. 3-3, not great. Hasn't been outstanding lately. We're trying to get back into it. But this draft was just a rough one. From the beginning, from the actual draft portion, there was never any good cards opened at our seat, and we never really saw any good cards. So we did what we could with the draft. Got to a 3-3, which is a respectable but not outstanding result. Still having fun here, and don't forget to stick around to the end of the video to toggle through our Neon Dynasty trophy playlist, or to find the last video in case you missed it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow for your daily draft.